What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode on the Currency Academy YouTube page. And today I'm going to be going over market structure, basic movements, how you could predict movements in the market, and how you could start taking money away from this market. So without further ado, let's get right into this video and hop on these charts.
On the charts now, and we're going to be going over basic support and resistance in this video, market structure, kind of how price moves and what controls price. So when I speak about price, I'm talking about these things are, so this is a pair right now. I'm on Great Britain pound to the US dollar. So for instance, if this is going down, this means that the Great Britain pound is going down in comparison to the US dollar, because you can see we're in a downtrend here. But you can see that when price reached this point right here, okay, this box, it was pushed down, okay? It was pushed down once it reached this box. And these boxes that you draw on your charts, because initially once you look at your charts, they look like where do I go? They look like this. So this is just like a blank chart, and you would be drawing these on just a quick rectangle and then a quick rectangle at the bottom where price has bounced off of in the past. Normally, I only allow it if it's bounced off of it 2 times or more, possibly 3 times or more. So in this case, we're just gonna put it back up for viewing. It touched it once, it touched it twice, it touched it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. So this shows you that the buyers have control in this zone. This area right here is a support zone that the buyers control. And when I mean the buyers, I mean all of the banks, the institutional, all the people that are controlling the market, the people that push the price up and down are buying in right here. And if there's more buy orders than there are sell orders, price will get pushed up. And the same thing goes for the top up here. So this is a serious area of liquidity where a lot of trades are held, and that's why price is getting directly pushed down in this area. And see, you could see that price has touched off this area 3 times, just like I've said in the past. Now, I'm not saying that every time price touches one of these zones that it's going to bounce off of the zone. Now, what I'm saying is when it reaches the zones that you have drawn on, you really want to be looking for candlestick patterns. You want to be looking for entries. You want to be looking for a break of market structure. And when I say that, I mean you want to be looking for price to come out of this box, come down. Sometimes it'll retest, but sometimes it won't. That's why you got to know, that's why you have to get more into your patterns and know what's happening up here. But there's a whole another area which allows you to kind of help your entries depending on how you trade, because most of trading, I'm not gonna lie, is the mentality behind it. It's what you have in your mind, what education you have, and what you know, because there's a long list of indicators. These are some of my favorite indicators right here, just the moving averages. I don't really use indicators a lot. I usually use like 2 EMAs, like I'll just throw 2 EMAs on and then I'll trade. But I also want to talk about when it comes to drawing your support and resistance levels, your areas of liquidity, your temporary key levels. When it comes to drawing these on, you really want to be careful, because you usually want to do it from the very, just the very bottom. So when it touches off of this, see, touches, and then as you can see right here, check this out, right? We had a trend, we had this downward trend, and then look, we saw a moving average crossover to the upside, and then on top of that, it came up to another key area where there was sellers, and then the sellers pushed price down to here, and it retested this moving average, and then was able to bounce up and get shot up to this area. Now, I trade in confluence. That means I trade knowing multiple things are telling me that price is going to go in a specific direction, because you make money, as I said in the past, from predicting where price is going to move. So normally I want to show you these candlesticks that you see here. I'm going to zoom in, okay? So right now, I want you guys to know that I'm using tradingview.com. First off, link is in the description. Highly recommend you set up an account right away so that you could view charts, view the communities, view with the people. Really helpful. But each candlestick here, as you can see, this is one candlestick, this is one. Now, I have it set so that each candlestick, individual one, represents 1 day of time. Now, in that 1 day of time, okay, I went over this in my previous video, but with candlesticks, I'm just going to go over it one more time in case you guys missed that video. So, essentially, this is the opening point of this period, okay, where the bottom of the box is. And this and the top of the box is the closing point of where price moved during that period of time. If it's a green candlestick, that means that price started at the top, or it started at the bottom, and then it moved to the top. And that's where it ended, in the top. Now, the wick, which is like the little line that comes off the top of the box and the bottom of the box, is the lowest point that price reached during that period of time and the highest point that price reached during that period of time. So essentially what I'm trying to say, right, is once you put a line right here, okay, you're watching price, right? This is all you could see. Price has bounced off of this spot so far 3 times. And look at this. We also have a shooting star. This is a candle pattern, okay, which is telling you that price is going to bounce off of this key area. And as you could see, we saw rejection right away after that. Bounced off of it, came down, and it was okay because it retraced. It came up again to touch this general blue box again. And then finally, once it broke below, we saw a clear break in structure, a clear impulse down, because these are big candlesticks. The bigger the candlestick, the longer the candlestick is, the more pressure is being applied. So I'm going to talk more about candlestick patterns in another video. We're going to get deep into that and deep into more of how you could get these really pinpoint entries and everything that you want. But I also want to just go over targeting key market structure areas and, you know, the options that price has in its movement. So like whenever, as I said in the past, whenever price is reaching these areas, I am constantly looking for it to break out of the area and retest the area, or just break out of the area and go down to the next area. But these areas are always created by the past. That's why I said in my first YouTube video that I love this market, because it is more predictable than most markets. It's just the way I view it is just very simple. When it comes to this market, there's a lot of psychology parts behind this, because you have to be very non-emotional. And when you're opening trades, you have to be using risk management, okay? You don't want to be taking trades that are going to be putting your account at risk. You don't want to be taking trades that are going to be risking, you know, too much per percentage. You usually want to be risking 2-3% of your account per trade, depending on the lot size. And they have calculators for that, which will help you out on the web. And honestly, I'll probably make a video on it as well. But I want to talk about the whole identifying the trend thing, because that is extremely important. So for this, I'm actually going to scale down. I'm going to scale down to the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to go over all of the basics. So we're going to take off our EMAs. I've got a bunch of stuff already drawn on this. Maybe it would be better off just to go to a different chart. Let's just go to Euro, Great Britain pound. Oh, look at this, guys. Another trade that went perfectly in my direction, just as I predicted it. That's great. That's always great to see. So, as you can see, right here, in the most previous area of time, because each of these are representing 4 hours, okay? So you could tell by drawing on a trend line, right, that price has been moving in that direction. Like this would be known as a downtrend. And price is just bouncing off of this channel heading towards this zone. Now, in this case, price weirdly didn't like bounce very much off the the top and the bottom, but I'm trying to find a better example. Like here, this is a good one. So this is so spiky. Really, I just trade in zones, but when I am looking at the zones, I choose to get in on more entries using retracements. Now, I essentially am taking my Fibonacci retracement tool when I see that price, because right here I already know off of this candlestick right here. Oh, hold up. I already know off of this candlestick right here that price is going to go down, because this is right off of a key support zone or a key resistance zone, and it's hitting this key resistance zone, which means I'm looking for sells right now. And with that mindset of me looking for sells, I see it come up. We get a double top right here. Okay, as you can see, boom, quick double top. There you go, got that. And then now we're looking for price to just sell off. So we would be getting in on sells here. Gotta love the phone dinging off. But we would be looking for sells targeting the next major key area. So I would have been getting in on a short position. Okay, would have scaled it just below, or my stop loss would probably have been just above the most previous high. Now, in this case, we are on the higher time frame, so an 86 pip stop loss might seem pretty large to you, but you have to consider like the areas that we're targeting. If you're trading on a daily time frame, this trade right here, 504 pips. Okay, this is like life changing, these trades. If you're taking these trades, it is like amazing. The zone, it's because banks, they control it. Okay, they always control it, and it always bounces from these zones, from zone to zone to zone to zone. I'm going to be going more over what I'm doing here, specifically how this works and how you can get more pinpoint precise entries in the future. This is really exciting for me. I'm excited that I've been able to talk about this and share my experience with you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be posting a lot more content extremely soon. I hope you guys took some value away from this video. If you did, make sure to leave a comment down in the section below, and also drop a subscribe if you want to see more content like this. You already know how it is. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. You guys have a blessed day, and stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you check out my Instagram page, _currency academy. This is where I've posted some of my results in the past. It is also where I have posted a free signal before. I am considering posting some free signals very soon, so make sure you stay tuned. And if you would like to see more videos like this, just already know that I'm going to have polls on my Instagram story for you guys to select and possibly pick the next topic for our next video. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them down in the comments below, as I said before. And for me, I am out. Have a wonderful day.